Happy Sunday, my viewers. Good morning. I wish you well wherever you are watching me from this morning. I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for subscribing to our channels. I want to thank you for following us. I want to thank you for being part of what we are doing. This Sunday, this morning, I want to bring you a very crucial and important message or lecture over your growth as a human being. And the topic of this lecture this morning is underestimating someone's capability. Underestimating someone's capability. Underestimating someone's capability. Underestimating someone's capability can have significant consequences, both personally and professionally. It can lead to consequences that is for consequences like misused opportunities, strained relationship, and a lack of trust. So this is my research because I try to understand why there could be mistrust, why there could be someone's being misinformed. Why is it that in our environment, our programs are not perfectly handled in our communities, in the groups where we belong? Why is it that some marriages are crashing? Why is it that business partners cannot get along and build a sustainable enterprise or pioneer in Nigeria? I looked into all the factors as associated to growth and the powerfulness. I discovered that this is what we are lacking in the system, and that is why every individual want to have his own personal company. People cannot come around and build up an empire or build up an enterprise that will accommodate others. So because of this private nature, they now begin to build hotels and here and there, and crime increase. But that is not the content of today's discussion. The content of today's discussion is underestimating someone's capability. When Nnamdi Kanu, as a factor of example in this case, or as a case study of this discussion today, when he began his Radio Biafra and IPOB campaign, he was really underestimated. The world underestimated him. The Nigerian government underestimated. Is it not? And forget about him. Whereas they didn't give him chance to perform or to showcase his ability. These are one of those factors that are killing the growth of the youth in the Nigerian ecosystem or in the Nigerian environment, eco-environment. We have been we have been misunderstood as youths. So in this research, I came up with this as a viable factor of backwardness, as a viable factor of underdevelopment, as a viable factor of rejection and insecurity around us. Please pick up your pen and paper, pick up your Bible, because if you want us to quote Bible, we'll quote Bible. If it requires us to refer you to some other quotes, we refer you. If you require us to put something you could write down for your own benefit tomorrow, we will as well do that. So subscribe with us, follow our page, and like what we do and comment. As you follow us, we will follow you. If you add us as your friend, we will add you as our friend on our platform. We are there on YouTube at Eastern Youth Network. It's our YouTube handle. On TikTok is Dr. Amadioha Amanze Chukwuemeka, Dr. Dr. my name, and that is my handle on TikTok. I have 2 TikTok accounts. That's the 2 are functional. Then you come to Facebook, is my name, Chukwuemeka Charles Amanze. I have no other name attached to that name. The only other name is the new name I was given when I ascended to a traditional authority, which is Amadioha or Enyi Bragadan or Ganelu or Enyi Wamba. These are the titles I have taken all through my royalty quest. Okay, let us go straight to today's discussion. Underestimating someone's capability. Underestimating someone's capability can have significant consequences. What are those consequences? These consequences can be personal. These consequences can be professional. It can also lead to which consequences can be a misuse of opportunities, a strained relationship, and lack of trust. We are going to look into these three factors, these three fundamentals towards underestimating someone's capabilities. Let us take off the consequences. The consequences of underestimating someone's capability include, but not limited to, this one topic: missed opportunity. Do you know, I have understood and I have come to know that so many people have missed an opportunity because they underestimated, because they underrated. So many people have missed the opportunities because they never believed on someone, and for that reason they missed opportunity. Underestimating someone's capability can lead to a missed opportunity for growth, learning, and collaboration. Someone is supposed to have learned from, someone is supposed to have is supposed to have grown with, because you underestimated him, you couldn't learn that thing you're supposed to learn from him. Because you underestimated him, you couldn't grow with him. Because you underestimated him, you couldn't learn anything. Neither could you collaborate with him or with someone around him, because you underestimated him. This is one of the consequences of underestimating someone. It makes us missed opportunity. We miss opportunities. Several opportunities have been missed because of this topic today: underestimating someone's capability. You see, I will post it. I have written words. I feel that this topic is important for me to discuss it over the video, so that when you read, apart from the text, the video can also assist you to understand why and the importance of not underestimating someone regardless of his status. Okay, now number two, consequences of underestimating someone's capability is strained relationship. It can strain a relationship. It can divide a relationship. I try to study as a relationship professional. I read religion. I'm a religionist. I'm a missionary. So I try to study in the human sense what could always bring strained relationship. What could make relationship break down along the line? Marriages, cooperation, businesses, strained relationship. How does this strained relationship come? This can damage relationship, leading to feeling or resentment and mistrust. When someone told you something about Mr. A, you believed Mr. B and resent Mr. A. And these things, you are not part of it. You are not there when it happened. You were not told of it. But along the line, you were part of it. You believed because someone told you. Then that damages relationship. A man was a businessman. He's a shipping professional. And in our shipping profession, we have men, we have women. You know, one day we were heading to a hotel for our professional conference at Golden Tulip in Port Harcourt. You know, and I was working with a colleague who is a lady going into the hotel. We came for, that was I think Central Bank program that day, if I'm not mistaken. So someone called my wife that he saw me going into the hotel with a woman. My wife laughed over it and called me while I was seated in the conference. Someone told me, where are you? I said, I'm at Golden Tulip Hotel. He said, someone called me that you are at Golden Tulip Hotel with a woman. I laughed, you know. She said, yes, I just want to know where you are. It's the same Golden Tulip. Are you on the conference? I said, yes. I know you all your colleagues now. When I tried to find out from the person, you see, your friends are not really your friends. So this information getting to my companion could have broken my home if actually the woman I'm with is maybe a side chick. My wife has understood that this life we have only two persons, a man and a woman, and these two collaborate in business. It's not only going to bed. You understand? So, strained relationship. Let us not build into informations that could damage our relationships, our marriage, our business relationship, a trust that we have built for years, and someone will come overnight just because he can speak, damage those trusts, and that's how it ends. No. So those are the consequences of underestimating someone. When you underestimate someone, it damages relationship. It leads to feelings of resentment and mistrust. Remember, before you begin to untrust someone, his feelings, his characteristics around you becomes undoubtedly acceptable by you. That comes resentment. You begin to resent him. Anything he does, you're no longer pleased with it. That is to say, underestimating capability has come in. But when you don't underestimate someone around you, you give them the opportunity to perform and you trust their abilities. Now, but when you begin to underestimate, that brings mistrust. When you begin to underestimate your wife, you cannot trust your wife. When you begin to underestimate your children, you cannot trust your children. When you begin to underestimate your partners in business, you cannot trust them, and that will cause a damage or breakdown in communication. So as we discuss this subject, we will understand what underestimation can cause in our relationship with people. So a strained relationship which can bring us to feelings of resentment and mistrust. We can also damage relationship. So let us avoid it. Lack of trust. In everything we do, there must be trust, whether you like it or not. You cannot succeed if there is no trust. You must trust before you act. And it is not all actions that should be positive results. Some actions results should be negative. But sometimes we believe every action should yield a positive result, whereas positive and negative goes together. If you don't get the negative aspect, you will not learn to perfect, which is the positive side. There are two ways of looking at things. So lack of trust. Underestimating someone's capabilities can bring lack of trust. When someone's capabilities and they may feel undervalued and untrusted, and then leading to a breakdown in communication and collaboration. When someone around you feel undervalued, it will be hard for him to come to you to give you information. Okay, when I made money as a man in my community, most of my mates become afraid of coming close to me because they feel I'm big. Most of them also that went to the same secondary school with me when we were in school. We are all friends. We are brothers and sisters. We attended these schools together. And that my opportunity or God have favored me in one way due to the opportunity I had doesn't mean I am more better than them. So I open my arm to welcome everybody because I don't underestimate anybody's capability. Because if I were underestimated when I came up, I wouldn't have made money the early time I made money. Not now that the boys is all over the place with Yahoo. We made real money. If someone underestimated me, he wouldn't have given me the opportunity to showcase my abilities before him. Okay, one of those people that I work with was Chief Friday Ihoma. Is a Abham 2 of Abham Autonomous Community. I came into his life and changed his life and made him big. Because he gave me the opportunity. He never underestimated my capabilities. He gave me access to showcase my abilities. And truly, my abilities made him rich. And when he has become rich, he began to lack trust. That lack of trust, I felt undervalued. I felt untrusted. Then I let go of my light. And there he stops. He has never experienced that growth he experienced again when he was with me. He is there. I use him as a perfect example of this. Chief Friday in Homa, or Eze Friday in Homa, he is the king of Abham Autonomous Community. Abham 2 of Abham Autonomous Community. So what are we saying? In this regard, when I felt mistrust, when I felt lack of trust, that I felt undervalued, that was what led to the breakdown of the empire we are building. We are about to establish an empire. We came together to do something big, because when he began to feel that the money is coming or the money is too much, he now knew that was when he began to look into distrusting me or undervaluing my abilities. When I discovered that, it leads to breakdown in communication and collaboration. Our collaboration lost. Our communication was breached. So I choose to go away. And before he realized it, the whole money is finished. He couldn't come up again in that viable nature. At least when I was with him, he only had one car, one old Passat car. He never had the money to maintain it. But when I came with my capabilities, when he gave me a chance, at least I made him big. He has almost 4 cars before I left him. He built his own mansion and upstairs. He delivered upstairs at Eliozu. I can count many achievements. We got licensed to be producing diapers and be bringing diapers. We registered that diaper business, and at the peak of this thing manifesting, that was when he began to feel that he began to lack trust. Because of what? Because of what someone told him. And that lack of trust, that single lack of trust, demolished the whole empire, demolished it completely. There was a total breakdown in communication and our collaborations. And that was what fought the empire. Till today, he has never risen from where I left him. He has never gone any step ahead from where I left him. He still returned back to his old lifestyle. So never you underestimate someone's capabilities. Finally, the fourth consequences is limited potentials. Well, the consequences of underestimating someone's capabilities is limited potentials. Let me still use Eze Friday in Homa as an analysis what underestimating some capabilities can cause. When he began to feel distrusted, undervalue me, and allegations begin to come here and there, I decided to drop out. And then I saw my own light to become the big man I am today, to become the great man I am today. I saw my light, and I feel that, my light can still shine for me. And my light began to shine. I took my light away, and all of a sudden, I grew bigger than him 10 times. Until he found out that, yes, he was wrong. Until he found out that he has wronged me. He came to beg me, not first, not second, not third, not fourth. Before I can find the 5th appearance, he came with people. Because you know why? I find it difficult to find a place to forgive him because of how I took him. But after the 5th attempt, I said, what is it? What is it there? What is it? I choose and I forgot. And up till now, I have not been able to rebuild that communication as it was before. I have not been able to rebuild that collaboration as it was before. Because of what? Resentment. Because of what? A strained relationship. Because of what? These the consequences of missed opportunity. The opportunity that I had with the Chinese that made me become a billionaire all of a sudden, he missed it because he began to listen to his side stories and they lose the bigger money coming ahead, which I have prepared already on the pipeline. What do I need to do? It's just to cut the pipe and shift the direction of the pipe. That's all. And the money begin to flow into my own well. The business begin to flow into my own well. And I achieved what he could not achieve in his lifetime. I achieved it in a very space of 1 to 2 years. But that is the labor he labored. Okay, imagine when these monies come in one place, as we have made diapers, I have license for diaper to be bringing in our own diaper product in Nigeria, and we invested this money. Imagine 8 years now, who we will have been. So this is what underestimating someone's capability can lead. This is what it can bring to us. So limited potential. Underestimating one capability can limit their potential, as they may not be given the opportunity to take on challenges and demonstrate their abilities. In the other way around, I took up the challenge when I was underestimated by Eze Friday in Homa. I took out the challenge. I stood up and said, no, I am the lion. I am the source of this income. I am the light that is shining on this path. Then why will I be underestimated? So I took a new turn and take up challenge to myself to demonstrate my abilities in my own channel. And as I demonstrate it, I become the boss of today. So, my sister, my brother, these are the consequences of underestimating someone's capability. So please do not underestimate anybody, be it a madman, be it a beggar, be it a learned man, be it educated, be it uneducated. Everybody is valuable. Try to tap from the potentials of their abilities and test them there. They will perform wonderfully. Okay, reasons for this underestimation. I begin to look into the reasons that could cause people to underestimate man, his fellow man. What is this reason that will make a man begin to underestimate the wife he spent money to marry? What is this reason that will make a man begin to underestimate the business he has put up time or a partner he has put up time to build over the years? In this research, I come up with an overview reasons for underestimating. This overview includes 1, bias and stereotype. This can lead to underestimation as people may make assumptions about someone based on their background, approach, appearance, or other factors. Why will you underestimate someone because of his background? Why will you underestimate someone because of his approach? Why will you underestimate someone because of his appearance or any other factor that could make you underestimate somebody? The appearance of Nnamdi Kanu was underestimated, and they never knew that he is the Samson of our time. He is the Samson of this generation. I don't talk what I don't know. Anytime you see Nnamdi Kanu, all what that in his mouth is Elohim, 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 Elohim. It's one of the names of the gods, not the God himself. It is after Ehi, we get Jehovah. After Jehovah, we get El. After El, we get Tetragrammaton Elohim. After Tetragrammaton Elohim, we now get Elohim. Elohim is the 5th God in the council. Then after Elohim, we now get Elohim Sabaoth, which is the 6th one. After Elohim Sabaoth, we get Tetragrammaton Sabaoth, which is the 7th one. After Tetragrammaton Sabaoth, we get Adonai Malech. After Adonai Malech, we get Eloha. I think this is the 10th God in the council. While the father, which is number 1, is the Ehe Asa Ehe. Okay, that is not why I am here today. We are discussing an important and very deep meaning. So, in the order of Elohim, Elohim is Samson representative on earth. And if you look at Samson, Samson was a warrior. And if you look at the characteristics of Nnamdi Kanu, you will see that he is the warrior. He is the Samson. He is the representative of Samson in our time. But he was underestimated. And Samson was underestimated also at his own time. Now that he has returned, the person of Nnamdi Kanu being represented in his person, Nigerian government and also the British government underestimated him. So in this underestimation, what do we need to believe? In this underestimation, the reasons is bias. Underestimation because they feel that his background, he is not one of those rich men. His father is not one of those rich people. Even though he's a king, he's not rich. He's just an average man living his life and going. He's not wealthy. He's not this flying from Japan to Indian man. He's just there as a king. But he was able to train his children. So in his own capacity of riches, they did not regard Nnamdi Kanu background. That is why they underestimated him. His approach towards the freedom of his people was also underestimated. And that is why the things fall apart. His appearance, he did not appear like a dangerous man. He did not appear like a criminal. He did not appear like a furious man. He was so simple. But what he can speak and what comes out of his mouth, you cannot quantify it 1 million hairs put together. That is a divine gift. It's a divine providence in him. So on that note, by his appearance, he was what? Underestimated. And many other factors, that can contribute to underestimation. Even in our communities where we come from, these same things are happening. The same thing happened in my community. Let me use myself as an example. You understand? Okay, underestimation, biases. Let me not go further on that. So your background, your approach, your appearance, or many other factors according to how individuals rate you, are reasons for underestimating you. But I want to teach you today that these things should not be the reason of underestimating anybody. We should not underestimate anybody, regardless of the situation. Be it a madman, be it a good man, be it a bad man, be it a learned man, be it educated man, whomsoever it is, must not be underestimated. Good. Number 2, the reason for underestimating someone is lack of information. When you lack information about someone's skills, experiences, and achievement, that can lead to underestimation. You see, when we finished school, we all left the village. When I was in the village, I was not a lazy type of making money to myself. When I was in school, I'm a photographer. Every inter-house sports that we had, every school had, as far as I don't know my hairstyle is concerned, I will go with my camera, snap pictures, go to the town, print them, and give to the student. They pay me money. Inter-house sports, when inter-house sports come, as a student, I make money. When there is no inter-house sports, if I go home, I climb banga palm tree. I cut it. I think they pay me 200 naira then per one cut. It began with 50 naira, 200 naira. I think when it was 200 naira was when we stopped climbing. Okay, and we have finished our school in the village and have gone to the city. So throughout my education period in the village, I cut palm fruit to make money, to assist myself as a youth. I go to farm jobs, farm work, to get money to assist myself. And we also, what else do? We go to river area. We use boats, canoe. go to the water, bring sand out, and we will be paid. If sometimes I can't go to the waters, I help carry sand with my head to the upland for the tippers to come there and take the sand. And so I make money. So I engage myself in these exercises. And now, by the time we finished our secondary school and we left the village for other higher studies, nobody had further information about what or how we were doing out there. So on that note, my people never had information of my skills. They never had any information of my experiences. They have no information of my achievement. They have no information further about how we are doing out there. Because of that, I was underestimated when I came up to take the leadership stool of the kingship of my community as due to my household. Now, because they don't have experience of my abilities, they underestimated me. And on that underestimation, the lion in me came out and I stood against every odds. So what am I trying to say? Lack of information on someone is one of the reasons why we underestimate people. So before you underestimate someone, try to have information of him. Or rather, do not underestimate anybody. Okay, let us proceed. The number 3 reason for underestimating someone's, we have discussed about because we don't know their skills, we don't know what they are up to, we don't know what they can do, or where they do best and where they don't do best, because we don't know anything about them. We tell them, over my dead body, will I allow him participate? For what? Will you carry it? Is it your problem? Give everybody chance to participate. Give them chance to showcase their ability. And I shall show you, so to do, they can be able to build confidence and trust around you. Okay, let us proceed. Fear and insecurity can cause people to underestimate others as they may feel threatened by someone's potential or abilities. Let me still come down. In my community, I want to use my community now as an example. The problem we are facing today in Sirimu, Amisi Autonomous Community, where I come from. Our king used to be, before the king was installed, it was the right of my father, and my father feel that he has little children and he is not ready for the kingship. Another person should take over. That was when they now look for someone who could come in. And it was a problem before they find someone. Because not to allow the opportunity to slip by, is the M.I.A. Baka, who was then a chief, came up and they said, instead of it not to go away, let us manage what we see. But that was the beginning of the darkness of our community. That was when we entered darkness. Okay, now when he had throughout this reign as a king till the day he died, there is no good thing that came into our community. There was no light of any kind. We were all in darkness. We were all in darkness. Because today that I have grown up to see and understand what light means, help me to know that truly this man kept us in bondage and darkness because of a mere power. Now, when he died, the law says the prime minister only functions 1 year and he is no longer active. That is what the law says. I am not the one who put up the law. And our constitution, because they knew that no other family qualified to come in as this king except my family. And I do not know until I was told by the ancestors to come up and take the responsibility. When I came up, the PGs, deaconess, Waboso, I don't know how they call themselves deaconess and they can behave like this. Someone that says he's a deaconess. And look at his character as a PG. So what am I trying to say? If I Austin Okanwoko, name them, they came up with a threat because of my capabilities, because of my potentials, because of my abilities. They became afraid and were threatened and they feel insecure. because they know I am a no-nonsense man, and they choose to run a campaign against me to no avail, to no avail. So this is what the reasons for underestimation. When they fear you and they feel insecure around you, they underestimate your abilities. So, are you a man out there who is involved in this rootness of character? I will advise you to learn to value the humans around you, to learn to value every ability around you, to learn to value the capabilities around you, because they will be useful to you. You see, do not be threatened by the potentials of others. Rather, lean on their potentials to build your ability. Do not be threatened by the ability of others. Rather, build on their abilities to raise your potentials. This is vice versa. The woman is important, the man is important. So this is the cause of the breakdown of marriages, the breakdown of businesses, the breakdown of relationships, is because of underestimation and of capabilities. All right, let us look into the overview of overcoming underestimation. How do we overcome underestimation? Overview number one: get to know the person. Taking the time to get to know someone and understand their skills, experience, and achievement can help overcome underestimation. What do you know about me that you can speak of? What has someone told you about me that you don't know about? Have you come closer to know if this is true or false? Or do you propagate it in assumption? These are the questions. So, in overcoming that underestimation, in overcoming you underestimating me, come closer. Come to get to know me better. Ifeanyi Lekwo never knew me, but he underestimated me. Ambrose Nwaboso never knew me but he underestimated me. Ebere Onwuera never knew me, but they underestimated me. That underestimation led to the lion in me coming out. And I told them without them I can function, I can move ahead. Knowing that I have never violated our constitution nor the state constitution, I work within the constitution. Until today, that fear is still around them. Because of fear, Ifeanyi Lekwo cannot stand before me for anything, because he's afraid of one ability or the other, because he feels insecure around me. If he does not underestimate my abilities, will he be afraid of coming around me? No. If he do not underestimate my capabilities, will he be afraid of coming around me? No. But because they underestimated my capabilities and they feel they know what they are doing, at the end of the day, they never knew what they are doing. Until today, the shame of their inabilities and their taste for power have never allowed them to correct the mistake they have made. This is one of these things. Get to know someone better before you can underestimate such a person. Because they didn't know my abilities, they challenged me at the first meeting ever that has been called by the community at Ambrose Nwaboso house. That was where they challenged me. And they said I'm nothing. And I took a wheel and a turn to tell them that I understand the Constitution. I know who I am. I know my rights. So they have violated the Constitution. They have violated my own right. But I am not interested in prosecution. But I have to move forward to announce my presence, to announce myself. And I did achieve the goal. So please, get to know a person before you can underestimate his skills, so that you can underestimate his experience, so you can underestimate his achievement. To help you overcome underestimation, get to know someone closer. Go close to that person that you want to underestimate and see if you can equal his senses. Go to someone which you want to underestimate and reason with him. In a way, Ifeanyi Lekwowa and his team were vying for a new autonomous community. You see, they misunderstood me because they never came closer. But I am standing for the real arm of autonomous community that have been existing, which is Nsiri Mohammed. Now they are vying for an autonomous community that have not even been created, that has not even been gazetted, that a request have not even been made in the government for creation of a Nsiri autonomous community. It's nowhere. But this is what they are professing. Now they lure the young generations into crime. They don't know this is a crime. It's a crime. It's a crime against the constitutional order of the state. They created their own autonomous community, their own autonomous community, and want to create a king for themselves in that community. Could they imagine? You see, that is how illiterates behave. And one thing is that this illiteracy, they pass it into the majority, and the majority believe in the illiteracy. That is why I knew that their school is of no use. I came close to them. I discovered the capabilities, and I know that they are not unequal. All they can do is to intimidate. All they can do is to lie forcefully against you. But they cannot equal your abilities. That is why Ifeanyi Lekwowa is afraid to come closer. That is why other chiefs feel insecure, because this young man is going to expose what we are doing. We don't want him. We want somebody that can cover what we are doing. No. This is no longer the time they say we have said it. Nobody we go talk him. We don't talk him na lie. It's not this time. It cannot work. It doesn't work. It cannot work. So the overview is get to know the person better. Number 2, open-mindedness. One of the overviews of overcoming underestimation is open-mindedness. Being open-minded and receptive to new ideas and perspectives can help challenge assumptions and biases. Being receptive. I still use my community as a base, as a case study. They are not receptive. Ifeanyi Lekwowa feel threatened because he did not go to school. How can I cope with this man who go school? This man is too exposed. He's too exposed to my person. I cannot merge with him. This is just the inferiority complex worrying them. This guy is very strict. He's not bendable. That was why Ebero Anwagara at the house of Ambrose Waboso told me, I cannot bend every iron. So you see where their fear lies. So they are afraid of something. And when I challenged that talk, I told him, young man, that language is not proper. Redress your language. And he affirmed it. He's a man that told me my father was his mentor. They were nobody before my father. They have not seen light when my father saw light. My father was the first light that shined the whole of my house out. I'm not bragging. The first light, the first blockhouse, the first place that electricity shined the whole of my house out was my father's house. So now this same man who told me that my father mentored him didn't show gratitude to my father when his son came up to take what belongs to him. Rather, he challenged the son of the man who mentored him. Whereas, he was nobody to my father. What they are enjoying today, what Nsiri Mohammed said is enjoying today, was built by my father. It was when my father became the PG of Nsiri Mohammed that will bring light to Nsiri Mohammed. That was when we bring pipe-borne water. These were 80s. That was when we open road to Nsiri Mohammed. It was my father. My mother cooked the meals. I assisted my mother to cook the meals of the workers, the people that are grading road, the people that are hanging the poles and drawing the wires, the pipe-borne water people from Amoma Hill down to all communities. I was in the village then. I assisted in these processes to ensure that our community progresses. That was only in the time of my father. And since then till today, there has not been any other good project that has come to Nsiri till today. Till today, as I speak with you, it has been from one dilution to other. It has been from one deception to other. So as I came up, they said the Son of the Man has come again. Don't allow him, don't allow him. But it's for no event. It will not work. I have come, I will not go back. So because of that, they lack the open-mindedness to receive new information. Now today we are talking about creating a Sirimu local government. We're talking about creating a new local government, an idea they cannot even come up to in the next 10 years or 20 years. They don't have the idea. Now they believe in what they know, not knowing that we are losing so much by that their useless belief and narrow-mindedness, that the community is losing so much. I have sat with them to discuss, and I find out that they are limited in thinking. They are limited in reasoning. And this is the fear. This is their fear. That is the fear of Ifeanyi Lekowa. He is not receptive to new ideas. Ambrose Nwaboso is not receptive to new ideas. Chief Akuro is already at his grave. He's not even having any idea to offer. And now, the young man who has the perspective, you are not challenged by his presence. You are not challenging his presence by assumption of what you are told. Assumptions and biases. This is the only fertile ground that Ifeanyi Lekowa and co who call themselves men. Then when I look into their record, I see that they lack formal education. All of their record, they lack formal education. Ambrose Nwaboso lack formal education. Ifeanyi Lekowa lack formal education. I have their backgrounds. I say, okay, this is why the community is behind. Making money it's not that someone has money does not make the person capable. Money is not capability. Money is not capability. That you have money doesn't mean that you have arrived. No. Wisdom is the capability. Being a man of knowledge that possesses divine knowledge is a capability. Not because someone can go and loot somebody and make money. 419 people are making money, becoming governors, becoming House of Reps, becoming what they want to become. Does it mean they have sense? Because all of them lack what to do. That's why the country is like this. And that is why the community is dying. So I came up to challenge those rubbish. And I tell you, their assumptions and biasness cannot set me back. Number 3 factor of overview in overcoming underestimation is focus on abilities. Focus on someone's ability and potentials rather than their limitation can help unlock their full potentials. You focus on someone's ability. Don't limit anybody. Those focusing on those abilities help you to be able to identify where such a man can work perfectly. But when we fail to focus on the abilities of others, we limit them. And when we limit them, I tell you, we cannot be able to unlock their full potentials. Ifeanyi Lekowa, Ambrose Nwaboso, and all the chiefs put together cannot equal the intelligence of a young man like me. Let us say fact to be fact. If they say I lie, let us put up a test. And now, because of limitation, they cannot be able to assess the potentials in me to assist the growth of the community. How will a good thinking person, a reasoning man, look at the only young youth with PhD? There is none of my mates in the community that has a PhD, no matter what they have read. None of my mates has PhD. None of my mates in the community has other professional certificate or knowledge I have acquired. And the only thing Ifeanyi Lekowa could do is to underestimate a man like me. The only thing Ambrose Nwaboso and his team can do is to underestimate a man like me in their community. So this underestimation limits them to assess my potentials of where I could be useful to them. Underestimating someone's capabilities is a disease towards failure. It's a disease towards lack of trust. It's a disease towards unachievement. It's a disease of resentment. I know what I am telling you. Focusing on their abilities. So let us focus on the abilities of each other and not limit each other. That can help unlock our full potentials. Number 4, overview of overcoming underestimation is provide opportunities. Providing opportunities for someone to demonstrate their capabilities can help build trust and confidence. At the time we are supposed to look into the capabilities of what we are looking for, God did not say, because of this, I gave you this. No, he said, who shall I send? Who will go for us? 2 people came out. This one said, Father, send me. Here I am. This one said, Father, send me. Here I am. God did not go one side. He said, okay, you, what will you do? That one explain. You, what will you do? That one explain. And when they explain, the majority say, oh, this is who we want. This is the kind of way we want. But he did not send the other one away. He allowed the 2 to go in and perform. All I know is bring them back. So whether you follow Satan or whether you follow Jesus Christ, we are all going back to the presence of God. This one said, this is the way I will do my own. This one said, this is the way I will do my own. He said, okay, 2 of you go. He never rejected anyone. So the story they told us in the Bible that God, that's why I say keep your Bible, that God will send one, you are lying. God will send the 2 who came out. I came out for Eze in Sirimamis Autonomous Community. And their brothers brought another Eze for the Sirim Autonomous Community. A new autonomous community that they want to create. Does that supposed to stop any other one? Everybody should run. There are no kingship business that deprive other kings. Oh no, it's not done anywhere. But due to the foolishness of my people and their limited understanding, they are holding down the main cake and is looking for a piece. You see how stupid they are? They are holding down, sitting upon, they don't allow the main cake to come out where our light holds. Now they are now looking for a share. Whereas the main thing is with them. They don't want that main thing. They channel the gullible followers in the community into a narrow-minded channel of a share, leaving the main game. And they said that is. So they couldn't provide opportunities for me to demonstrate my capabilities. So I created that opportunity myself. And that helped me to build trust and confidence among the youths because I have demonstrated my abilities. And the youth saw it. And many other members of the community said, no, this is what we are looking for. I didn't say you must follow me. Those who follow for Sirimamis, follow. Those who also follow for a new autonomous, follow. The 2 are important to us. Why will you kill one because of your useless sentiment? You see how stupid they are. Listen, I don't mean to embarrass anybody. This is my language. I must speak to you the way you will understand. Because when you feel embarrassed, then you can now go to research and correct that thing for which you are embarrassed of. So fear, the fear of my ability, the fear around me, make them feel insecure. Because they feel insecure, they never provided any opportunity for me to demonstrate my capabilities and build trust and confidence around them. Because of fear. Because of underestimating my capabilities. They underestimated me so much. Now, Nsirimo cannot be able to generate 100 million to do their road. They contribute more. The highest thing they can get is 28 million, 30 million, 50 million. And they claim they have money. But they have one son who can give them 300 million without even shaking, but yet they underestimated that one. Theophilus Nwakonko, before he comes up, we have been making money in the community. We have made name. Theophilus Nwakonko have not empowered any youth throughout his work in the earth. I've been a total oil company until he retired. But today he's looking for who to empower at retirement. Is it possible? It's a lie. So what can Theophilus Nwakonko offer? He's my uncle. What can he offer? He can offer nothing. When I try to come close, I don't know what they feel in themselves. I don't know what they feel in themselves. They support the wrong one more than the good one. Do you still want me to be close to such persons who underestimate my capabilities? Do you want me to be close to such person who underestimate my values? Do you want me to be close to such person who untrust me? So I don't know how you feel if you were me. Okay? I have been able to establish and build my trust and confidence among the youth and members of the family and also of the community in this direction by recognizing the potentials consequences of underestimating someone's capabilities and taking steps to overcome biases and assumptions. We can build stronger relationships and unlock the full potentials of individuals and teams. As a community, we are teams. As individuals, we are teams. And we possess a full potential. We also possess stronger abilities to build a unified, truthful, and constituted program towards progressiveness of Muslim Mohammedanism. And now, if we can recognize the potentials and the consequences of this underestimating people, we will go a long way to build a better tomorrow for our people, for any organization, for your marriage, anything. So this is the key of my research that has caused many to fail, is underestimation. We have lost opportunities because of underestimation. We have lost blessing because of underestimation. We have so many things have gone wrong because of underestimating someone's capabilities. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for listening to me so far. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity of today to discuss on this important topic, underestimating someone's capabilities. I want you to know today that every man around you is important and has a capability of one thing or the other. Has potentials, God-given potentials. That he did not go to school doesn't make him invaluable. That he is not a lawyer, a doctor, or a this or a that. Everybody studied in their own different directions. That he did not go to the school you go does not make him untrusted. Because he does not belong to your church doesn't make you to underrate him. Because he is not in your group doesn't make you to underestimate him. Everybody is to be understood. Everybody is to be accepted. Everybody is to be allowed to showcase their capabilities and their potentials and their usefulness towards all men. Thank you very much for listening to me this morning. Today, Sunday. I want to say thank you for following us, for subscribing to our channels. Please subscribe further, follow what we do, and like what we do. At Eastern Youth Network is our channel on YouTube. Chukwuemeka Charles Amanze is my name on Facebook. Dr. Amanze, Dr. _Amanze Charles is Chukwuemeka is my name on TikTok. Follow our channels, and then you will be getting updates of different topics as we share with you. I wish you well, and I look forward to be with you again on a different subject. Thank you. God bless you.